For BMD, the ability to hit targets at a distance, hit from a distance and hit first is important. Therefore, in Tula, at the Instrument Design Bureau, which is part of the High Precision Complex's holding, a special, fully automated combat module was developed, which was called Bakhcha. The module is mobile, can be placed on various chassis such as BMP-2, BMP-3, BMD-3, BTR, Rostock, and other similar Russian and foreign carriers, as well as on boats, ships, and stationary objects. BMD-4 with the combat module Bakhcha was adopted by the Russian Army.
Subscribe to the channel, it will be more interesting. Thank you in advance.
Initially, the Tula gunsmiths followed the path of modernization, but they got a completely new combat module. In the BMP-3, the anti-tank guided missile, ATGM, was loaded manually. First of all, the designers created a single automatic loader. Further, the weapon block was improved according to the cutting steepness, which made it possible to increase the firing range to 7 kilometers. The automatic cannon fires at a rate of 300 rounds per minute. It takes no more than 6 seconds to load the gun with any of the ammunition, and for this you just need to press a button. The ammunition load on the new module has been increased 34 unguided 100mm shells instead of 22, for anti-tank guided missiles instead of 3, and about 500 shells for a 30mm automatic gun. But the main gain here is probably in the analog digital fire control system. On the gunner's sight there is a sighting channel of different magnification, a laser channel for controlling a rocket and a rangefinder, and there is a night channel for a thermal imager. For the first time, a commander's panoramic sight was installed on this machine. If earlier the commander sat in a rotating hatch and was limited by the capabilities of his body, then the new module has a circular view television cameras with a narrow and wide field of view and a laser rangefinder. Thus, full duplication is ensured through the sight. The commander can operate both one and the second gun, and ATGMs can be controlled through the gunner's sight, switching it to himself. The module is equipped with a target tracking machine, which is very important in modern combat. At the time of creation, Bakhcha, to some extent, overtook the tanks. They did not have either a commander's panoramic sight or a target tracking machine. The process of firing through the target tracking machine makes shooting independent of the psychophysical state of a person. He may be nervous, his hands may tremble, he can hardly find a target. But if the target is found, to defeat you only need to put on a frame and turn on the machine. The Bakhcha has a system of sensors for accurate shooting: wind, roll, speed, charge temperature sensors, as well as a highly noise-immune system for controlled fire. The principle of operation of the system is as follows: it shines a laser beam upwards, constantly reducing it, and the projectile goes parallel to the line, and in front of the target. In about a second and a half, it approaches. Even with a maximum speed of 7 meters per second, the target will still be hit. A vehicle with a combat module, Bakhcha, can fight with all ammunition from a place and on the move, day and night, and even afloat. Such an infantry fighting vehicle does not need artillery support. It has 4 very effective projectiles that use non-contact detonation sensors with an area of destruction of 600 to 900 m. Stability and the engine thrust of the BMD-4M chassis, increased by 50 horsepower by the designers, make it possible to overcome slopes of 30 degrees. The car does not even need to accelerate for this. On the highway, it can reach speeds of up to 70 km/h. 2 jet engines in the stern of the car help her move through the water. Afloat, the car has a fairly high speed of 10 km/h, the ability to conduct combat operations and a confident exit from the water to the shore even with waves up to 3 points. High-performance water pumping means 1,500 liters per minute, provide the machine with a safe presence in the water for at least 7 hours. Without refueling, the BMD-4M can cover a distance of up to 500 kilometers. This allows her to fight for several hours, both breaking through the enemy's defense line and retreating if the need arises. In a word, the firepower of the BMD-4M is an order of magnitude higher than those possessed by its predecessors, including those in service with Western armies. For comparison, the Swedish CV-90 has a 40mm automatic cannon. American Bradley 45mm gun. The German Marder II has a 50mm barrel. True, tests are now underway on a new transport and combat vehicle for fire support of the landing force based on it with 75 to 120mm guns. But the weight of this machine brings it to a completely different category of weapons. Therefore, Bakhcha, in its class, is still out of competition, which significantly increases the superiority of our paratroopers in mobility, security, and firepower.
Don't forget to subscribe and like.